Hey YouTube, welcome back to J Thompson Fishing. Today I'm actually sitting here in the boat in the garage just trying to organize some of my fishing tackle due to the weather. It's nasty, rainy, just terrible outside right now. Possibly going to go fishing tomorrow, not for sure yet, just depends on the weather. But today what the video is going to be about is breaking down my Berkley worm bag and what I have in here. A lot of this stuff I actually got over the weekend due to the Black Friday sales throughout the city. I actually went back home to Louisville and was able to get my hands on a lot of good tackle this season. So kind of excited to go ahead and show y'all what I have, and let's go ahead and dive into this, okay? First off, this Berkley bag I picked up at Walmart. It was actually $40. And it actually came with a couple of different Berkley lures, which is pretty cool. So if you're looking for some extra storage with a little bit of extra lures, that's probably the way to go. That's what I thought, and actually turned out pretty well. By the way, I want to say Happy Thanksgiving. I know I was out of town, and I just wanted to hope, or actually wish all y'all a Happy Thanksgiving, belated Happy Thanksgiving, and hope that the rest of your weekend as well. I know back to work on Monday and then back at it again as far as work. So just wanted to go ahead and sit down and relax and take some time to post this video. But by the way, thank you for tuning in and subscribing to this channel. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that like button down below and give me a thumbs up as well. More videos to come in the future. Alright, so here we go. Here's a little bait bag right here. Got some stuff falling out. But you can see here you actually have some pockets up top. I got my little stringer here. I got my wacky wig worms. I got my little fishing holder for my license here. And then also have some 3/0 hooks. You can never go wrong with having enough hooks, okay? So if you guys are interested in making your own little bag, that's a must to have in there, okay? Especially when you're doing worms itself, okay? What we have here, first pouch up here. This actually holds about 7 different pouches. All right, now you can see here, it's stocked. I mean, I have lures on lures on lures. Okay, I'm just gonna take a couple times to go through each bag here, describe what it's for, and hopefully this will help y'all out. Okay, my first one up, I have all my Berkley brand lures. So I have the Berkley power baits here. As you can see here, I have 3 of these. These are going to be your Cincos. They're your 5-inch Cincos. Good for wacky rig, good for just Texas rig. Just pretty much you can use these throughout any type of setup that you want to use. Carolina rig, all that good stuff, all right? So with these here, I got a green pumpkin party. That's actually kind of cool. It's got a couple purple and green little flakes in there. Pretty awesome stuff there. Next up, I have the traditional baby bass. That's just going to be your traditional green color there. And then I also have the blue pearl black halogen bait here. That is actually pretty cool. It's going to be like a white with a gray, also with a little flake in there too. So all these actually are the Power Bait brand. They're actually the max scent. So if you actually open one up, they actually have a distinct smell to them. Yep, smells fishy. Smells more like a crawdad scent there. But that actually is what helps you catch the fish there. Okay. Another 2 I have here are a couple more Power Bait brands as well. These actually came in the little holder here, the little worm bag. All right. So these are the Crazy Leg Chigger Crawl. It's actually a unique little creature bait. So let me pop one of these bad boys open and show you what it looks like. Oh yeah, those definitely have some smell to them. So this right here is going to have all your little tentacles here. You have to actually pop all these apart. All right, once you do this, take me a second here. All right, so now all those little tentacles, when you're actually out there fishing this, all these will go crazy. And then also it's kind of like a tube at the back, open here with a little skirt. So you would actually rig your worm through here, Texas rig, and then you'll have all this different action here. Very unique bait, and definitely has a nice smell to it. Fish will go crazy over that. And again, that's the Power Bait brand. Recommended to use a 3/0 to a 5/0 hook on these here, being the size. And then the next one up here, I have the Pogey Swim bait. This here is just kind of like a little swim jig, little weighted hook inside of them, and they're about 3 inches in length. The white color with a red eye, which definitely will stand out there. So those are all my Berkley power baits. I do have some Wacky Rig Berkley hooks in here. These are the weedless. You can see those right there. These are actually a 2/0, more for like your Wacky Rig setup, and they're also weedless, so that actually helps out a lot when you're actually getting out there into the deep cover and fishing these. So there's one bag down. I'm gonna zip this up here. By the way, if y'all have any suggestions or anything that you'd like to see on my page, please go ahead and hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you like, and we'll go from there as well, okay? Next up, we have the Grand Bass Trophy Bass Company. These are a 5-inch airtail rattler. These are actually pretty cool. I'm excited about these too. So these are going to be more in the watermelon red flake color, and these are actually a ribbed worm here. You see that? It's just textured all the way around like it's just a ribbed action here, and actually tapers down here at the end. And what's in the end is actually a rattle. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but these actually have a rattle built into them for whenever you're doing that Texas rig or Wacky Rig setup. The bass will be drawn to that rattle there, and it's actually unique and different. Anything that will give you advantage on the water is a must. Okay, and that's all for that one here. Actually, I do have 2 more. I'm sorry. These are stick baits as well, 5-inch. These are made by Cream. I actually picked these up for like $1.25 per pack, so you really can't beat that there. And with the stick baits, again, you can use those for all types of setup. One of these are going to be a blue and black jam, that's what it's called, and a green pumpkin. Your green pumpkin, that's the must-to go-to color throughout the whole year. I mean, you can fish that any time of year and be set up on the fish that you're looking for. Okay. All right. Next we have Yum brand. I have some more Cincos here, and these are actually the Yum 5-inch dinger. These are actually a green pumpkin with a chartreuse tail on it. And actually on these right here, they're pretty cool. I actually went ahead and set one of these up for the Wacky Rig setup. So again, you can see that there. I have the O-ring there for the Wacky Rig. You actually just put that right in the center of the bait, and then you have your hook here on top, which is a offset hook, and then you just fish that like that. In the front of this here, actually, if you can see that there it is. I actually have a weight in there. So what that does with that weight, it'll actually make the front end of this bait go down and actually fish it just a little bit different. Because with the Wacky Rig, it actually is supposed to be designed to make it look like a mustache in a way. So whenever it's fishing, you just hop it off the bottom just like that, and it will actually make that kind of bend there in the middle of the worm. But with this weight in the front, it actually will make it drop faster to one side and kind of give it a different, unique look than your traditional Wacky Rig. So that's a good way to fish that one too. All right. Next, for the Young brand, I just have a bunch of these little swimmers. These are called the Scrum, and these actually come in different colors. I have them in pink to silver to blue, you name it. I have the color. Let me pop one of these out and show you. What's unique about these is the eye on the bait. This is actually kind of a swim bait, so you can fish this on its side because there's actually a groove here where the hook can go in, and then you can take into this Texas rig. You can probably even do a wacky rig if you wanted to. But what makes these baits unique is the distinct eye there. As you can see, it has that bright yellow and black eye. That's their signature for these Scrum lures. Haven't had any luck on these yet, but I'll probably have more luck during this spring and summertime. Right now, with it being fall, you got to fish more finesse and more slow styles of fishing. Okay. Next up, we have Strike King. These are going to be the Rage Crawls by Strike King. I have a couple of these in here that I keep on hand. These are two different styles. One is a Rage Tail Structure Bug, and the other one is a Summer Crawl. Let me pop these open to show you what they look like. What's cool about these, if you look at the package, it's a regular package, but then it has like these little hard shell casings inside. So what that does, this keeps your soft baits perfect, where you don't have to worry about them folding over on each other, creasing or damaging the pinchers or anything like that. And then what you do, just open it up like so, and then take one out, and there it is. So this is the Structure Bug by Rage Tail. I'm gonna put that guy back in here. I'm gonna fish them, and those actually smell really nice. I know it's weird, but each company has their own unique scent that they use on their lures, and this one's more of like a sweet color or sweet scent. It makes it stand out when you're fishing it. All right, and then these are just your traditional Rage Crawl. Let me take it out here. I'm not going to take it actually out of the molded plastic, but give you an idea of what it looks like there. So you have your tentacles here on top, and then the ribbed body, and you can hook this up, Texas rig. That's the best way to fish these here, or on the back of a jig, which is pretty cool. You can actually just cut these baits down a little bit, and then make them more compact on your jig that you're fishing. And these actually be a little more unique to the fish, because again, when you're fishing, you want to do something that nobody else is doing in your area. That way the fish are more apt to seeing what it is. They'll be more enticed to actually go out and adventure that new bait that they see. Because if you throw the same old thing every day, they get tired of it. Just plain and simple. That's what happens. And then they don't want to go after it. So with that said, if you're not having any luck on the water, try a different technique. Try something unique that nobody else is doing, and you may have some luck there. All right, next up we have my swim baits. This is actually my favorite of the ones that I'm actually excited for. Okay, I have these Suicide Shad. These are by Big Bite Baits. You get 1, 2, 3, 4 of these baits in this here. This actually has like a purple silver shine. I don't know if you can see that there. Try and get it close to the camera there. Yeah, but you get that little metallic shimmer to it. And these are actually pretty cool. These are actually your paddle tail swim baits. So I have a larger one here and a Strike King, which I'll show you here in a second. But with these paddle tails, it gives more of a kick in the water. And you can fish these on a jig head, or you can fish them on a big hook, like a 5 or 6 eye hook. Maybe you can even get away with maybe a 4 eye hook on these, being the size. These are about the about a 4-inch swim bait. All right. On the next one up is made by Strike King. These are actually the Sexy Shad color by the Shadowlicious. That's the actual brand of these for the, or sorry, the name of the swim bait here. Shadowlicious by Strike King. And what's cool about this one, this is actually more of a 6-inch swim bait, and it's actually bigger in size. And this is more of a Sexy Shad color. If you can see that there, kind of got that yellow on the side, the green top, and the white body. Got a little bit of yellow there too. Just makes it stand out whenever you're fishing it. The way I got this one set up is with a weighted hook. This is actually a 5/0 hook by Eagle Claw, and it actually has a underspin on it here too. So if you can see that there, what this underspin does when you're fishing it in the water is going to kick around just like so. All right, and what that does, that draws in the bass, and it's more of a flash, more presentation to the bass when you're fishing it. And again, whenever it's going away from you, it's going to be kicking back and forth like so. This tail is going to go like that, as you can see when you're fishing. That's what it's going to look like in the water. All right, in the side view here. So it's going to be like that, and then this is going to be kicking around, doing this thing there as well. What's nice about this hook also, right now I don't have it weedless, but when the bass bites down on this, you can see how much hook set that you're going to have there. See how big that hook is and how much room you're going to have when that bass actually bites down on this. Very unique hook and very good setup. I haven't tried this yet. This is the one that, like I said earlier, that I'm most excited to try, just because it's new. I got this during Black Friday sale and can't wait to try it out. All right, next up in here we have some Ned rigs. These are the Finesse TRDs by Z-Man. I have these in 2 colors. I have it in a PB&J, which is more of a brown and a purple color, hence peanut butter and jelly. And then I have them in a chartreuse, a copper truce. That's actually what they're called. It's going to be the yellow body on the bottom with the black darkened top. And both of these have some little flakes in them to actually make them stand out. But with these, the way you fish these are actually on a Ned rig head, and you fish these off the bottom. So basically you'll rig it up. I don't actually have them with me right now, but you'll rig it up that way, and then you'll fish them on the bottom. And you just hop them off the bottom, go slow with this, and that's supposed to entice the bass to get you a nice bite there as well. That's how you do that. All right, lastly, here I have all my Zoom baits. All right, this is I have my finesse baits, and then I have some other worms as well. Okay, so we'll start with the finesse baits for the Zoom. All right, as you can tell, I love my worms. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different style. Actually, 4 different style, because I have 2 whites. I have a white pack, so I have 4 different style finesse worms here. I have them in a green pumpkin blue flash, so it's going to be a little darker with that blue body on the bottom. You can see that there. Next, I have the Okeechobee Crawl. So again, it's going to be a blue and a dark bottom, but it's a little bit darker blue instead of that light blue. Then I have the all white, and of course all black. Can't go wrong with black. Whenever whenever it's darker, the watercolor is darker, you want to fish darker colors. Just that's the way it goes. But with these, you'll fish these on a Texas rig, and then you basically just hop them off the bottom and shake your rod every now and then, give them a little hop here and there, and that's how you do that finesse rig as far as your Texas rig. You can do a drop shot with them too as well. I haven't actually mastered that technique, but I'm working on it. With the drop shot, you can actually fish more. Your weight, your bottom weight for your drop shot weight will actually be at the bottom, and you can actually fish up 2, 3, 4 feet off the bottom of the water, even 5 feet off the bottom of the water, or off the bottom of the lake. I'm sorry. And then you can actually do that, and that's supposed to actually help you in those slow times as well when the fish aren't actually active. All right, that's all my finesse worms. Next, for zoom also, I have my big worms. So I have the 10.5 and the 12-inch. This 10.5 is a June bug red color. It's more of a dark blue, black color with some red flakes. And then I have my traditional Mag O Monster Green Pumpkin. These are 12 inches here. And that's your traditional ribbon tail worm. Both of these are ribbon tail worms. They're just huge worms. The bigger the worm, the bigger the fish. I mean, that's just the way you look at it. You can't go wrong throwing a big worm. Threw some the other day. I got a couple hits, but wasn't able to actually land a bass. So I'm gonna still try them. The more I get out there, the more I use them, the better luck I'm gonna have. All right. Then next up we have a couple different worms here. These are actually just a smaller version of the ribbon tail worm. I have this in a root book in purple flake, and then a watermelon seed. These can be used on smaller hooks when you don't want to throw that big worm. Then I have some flukes here, which is just a swim bait imitation here. These are your sexy bass color. And then I have some Super Chunk Juniors. These are in black and blue. These here are pretty cool. They kind of look like a craw imitation, a crawdad. And with these, you can actually fish these on the back of your swim jig and just hop them off the bottom. A lot of the stuff, you fish it the same way. It's just the presentation is different. That's all it is. So with that said, this is all that I take with me, minus my tackle bag, where I have all my swim baits, my hard swim baits, crankbaits, my jigs, all my terminal tackle. That's all in my tackle box. But this is everything that I keep here in my worm bag, and I don't leave home without it, because you never know what style you're going to be fishing until you get out on that lake, because all conditions can change at the drop of a hat. You never know. So with that said, be prepared when you go on the water. Don't be afraid to take more tackle than you need, because at the worst case scenario, you can just leave it in your truck, and that way you have it on hand. So with that said, I do appreciate you all taking the time on this weekend. I know you're spending time with your family. I just got back today, but I had to go ahead and post this video for y'all. Just that way you guys know I'm here for you. And again, I cannot stress it enough. Thank you all for tuning in to J Thompson Fishing. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please hit that like button and just let me know what you want to hear. Okay? I'm here for y'all. I have another video coming. It's going to be over my my review of my baitcaster, my Mach 2. You can actually sit there behind me. I love that fishing rod, but I'm not going to get into it too much. I'll save it for the video, but just stay tuned for that next one. And again, J Thompson signing out. Thank you.